Welcome to my World History Notes, where I read from the book I wrote to teach homeschoolers world history. A Bible believer looks for world history. You can find it on lulu.com, amazon.com, at the Bible Baptist Bookstore, or just follow me here. We're in the early 20th century, and we're talking about the world exploding, what happened before World War One and World War One. So I'm going to continue here with what I'm discussing. So I hope that you'll study world history and be conversant in these things or know about them. Just a surface survey, not very deep. So I hope you'll dig into it more. Between 1911 and 1912, Italy fought a war with Turkey, which ended when the threat of a war in the Balkan Mountains north of Greece appeared, with Bulgaria, Serbia, and Greece forming the Balkan League to try to end Turkish supremacy there, excuse me, and establish their own national identity. At the Treaty of London in 1913, Turkey lost all of its European possessions. The Second Balkan War, fought in 1913, saw Bulgaria arrogantly turn on its former friends, Greece and Serbia. Romania joined in against Bulgaria, and the Turks also attacked. The Treaty of Bucharest saw Bulgaria lose all of its gains in the First Balkan War. In 1901, Eugenio Pacelli, a young priest in charge of pupils at the Cenacle Convent in Rome, was invited to become a part of the Pope's Secretariat of State. He will one day become Pope Pius XII, one of the most influential players in world politics, first in the rise of Hitler in the Second World War, and then in the Cold War between the West, particularly the United States, and the Soviet Union. He, at the age of 25, would personally carry the letter of condolence to King Edward VII of England on the occasion of the death of Queen Victoria. In 1904, he earned his doctorate, doing his thesis on an amazing subject, the nature of concordats, or special treaties made between the Vatican and nation states. Leo the 13th died at the age of 93 in 1903. Excuse me. And Pope Pius X ruled until 1914, setting the tone by defending the Roman Catholic Church from any attempts to compromise with the modern world. Priests and church authorities were reported for holding excuse me, wrong beliefs such as Christian democracy or any questioning of the Pope's absolute authority in religious matters and removed from their positions. He is best known for the work that became the Code of Canon Law of 1917. The code confirmed the absolute authority of the Pope. Pacelli was placed in the charge of church state affairs in France, where anti-clericalism over the Jesuit influence in foreign affairs and the catastrophe of the Franco-Prussian War was rampant. In addition, the church was on the wrong side of the popular Dreyfus affair, insisting that the Jew was the criminal and should be punished on Devil's Island, even beaten daily. When Dreyfus was exonerated, the church came under attack by socialists. A law was passed in 1901 forbidding priests to teach, forcing the Jesuits to close their schools. After the French government cut off diplomatic relations with the Vatican, a law was passed officially separating church from state in France. At 11:30 a.m. on the morning of June 14, 1914, just 4 days before Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria was assassinated at Sarajevo, the Vatican and the government of Serbia signed a concordat negotiated by Pacelli. They granted the right of the Vatican to oppose canon law on the Catholic subjects of this Orthodox country. The Vatican looked upon this as a step forward in the reunion of the Latin Roman Catholic Church and the Eastern Orthodox Church, healing the schism that had taken place in 1054. Politically, this was viewed as a step toward the establishment of Serbia's long dream of Greater Serbia, uniting Slavic peoples and Croatia, as the Catholic Church was the only real stumbling block to the next next to the power of the Roman Catholic Empire of Austria-Hungary. The government of Austria was not pleased at the prospect of a powerful Serbia, excuse me, unrestricted by the opposition of the Vatican. And then we'll talk about the events of June 28th and on, regarding World War One. And I hope you'll study. Excuse me, rough morning. Hope you'll study and read the world history, look into it, and things that might interest you, and learn more about it. And I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you.